Hi, I'm Trent. In February 2009, I went to the opposite side of the world. For me, that's Australia. My goal is to learn how to thrive in an environment without all the comforts and assurances of home. So, while I'm here, I'll be trying to take the ultimate Australian tour with as limited of a budget as possible. That probably means I'm going to have to be pretty creative in how I entertain myself. Where do things go from here? I guess there's only one way to find out. This is me eating my VIP dinner in a hostel in Cairns. This is me enjoying my VIP single bedroom. Wait a minute. Didn't I have a funding problem last time we talked? Maybe we should back up. So here's where we last left off. Last time you saw me, my finances were in a dwindling situation. I didn't have a lot of money left, and I was going to have to get a job sooner or later. Alright, I'm about to attempt to make a phone call and get some information about a job doing fitness sales for a women's gym. Wendy, this is Trent McKay. Hello, Vince. My name is Trent McKay. Peter, hi there. My name is Trent McKay. Wendy, hi there. This is Trent. I was trying to get in touch with you yesterday. How are you doing? I saw your ad in Seek.com about the Contours Fitness at Diamond Creek job opening. Please call me back and talk to me. You can find me at 0416. Alright, well that is completely understandable. Alright, sometimes you get the message machine. That's how it goes. Finding a job actually turned out to be even harder than I thought it would be. I wasn't ready to give up, but I knew I had to have a solution in the meantime to stop spending so much money. So I asked the hostel I was working at if I could work for accommodation there. That means that I do some job they need around the hostel, and in return I get to stay for free. It's not perfect since I'm still paying for everything else like food, but it makes me spend money a lot less fast since hostels can cost up to $30 a day in Melbourne. In the meantime, I continued to work on the video competition entry I was making for Nomads. Whispers started to go around that if the video did well, the managers of the other Nomads properties might see it and might want me to come do something similar for their property. Because I was doing video editing, the hostel decided that I must have some sort of entertaining qualities and put me on as bar entertainer. So, working as an entertainer at the bar and making a video for Nomads, 2 months passed by. What did I do during those 2 months? Mainly a lot of just regular living. It may sound boring to travel all the way to the other side of the world just to live somewhere new, but I did it on purpose. I wanted to try to live in a new place, not as a tourist, but almost like someone who really would live there. I met a camera woman named Rebecca who's helped me out with several of the last episodes, and you're going to see her a lot coming up here. One of the things we got to do together is fire twirl. A local couch surfer came by and showed us all the ins and outs of not burning ourselves while spinning fire. So to learn how to fire twirl, I have consulted a local studio expert. Meet Liz. Liz is my fire twirling instructor. Rebecca, behind the camera, come here. She'll be learning with us. Rebecca, so before we start to practice, Liz has very safely instructed us to try these first. Apparently all you do is spin them around in circles and it looks cool. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, do you have any other advice for me as far as fire twirling goes?
Don't hit yourself in the balls. Okay, so now you just hold them together. Go!
Holy crap!
There she goes, she's on mission control. She ordered around in her own little world. And she spin all around me. She's my low, she's my high, my stereo side by girl, 'cause she's
I'm scared to do anything else.
How long have you been fire twirling?
7 years, maybe? I don't know, really only in summer when we're drunk. So maybe 5 days a year for 7 years? That's not bad. It's really bad. 2 months?
Thank you so much for coming out here and teaching me and Rebecca fire twirling.
That's
For
alright.
so far being one of the awesomest and newest couch surfers I've met so far.
That's all good.
The other thing I got to try was the Melbourne Zombie Shuffle. Now, for this, 1,000 people or more in Melbourne dress up like zombies. And they don't really walk and they don't really run, so we say that they shuffle across town in a giant apocalyptic zombie horde. To capture the event, since I thought it would be awkward for a zombie to hold a camera, I medically taped my smaller emergency camera to my head in what I'm calling the Zombie Cam. So guys, here's the Melbourne Zombie Shuffle from the Zombie Cam. Hey guys, I wanted to introduce you to the second biggest star of Trent In Oz. This is Rebecca. Rebecca has been part of more episodes in Trent In Oz than anyone besides myself. You haven't seen her in all the episodes though, because most of the time she's behind the camera and has been acting as my camera woman now for 2-3 episodes?
Yeah.
I want you guys to know a little bit more about her, so I'm going to ask her a few questions, and we're all going to learn about Rebecca together. Alright, first question. How old are you?
19.
19.
19.
When was the last time you were staying at home?
Really a year ago? 13 months ago.
So you've been away from home for 13 months,
Yep.
and you're 19.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty impressive. So what have you been doing since you left home?
I have been to Mexico, volunteering in a turtle camp, and an orphanage, and I've been here in Australia doing the East Coast and Tasmania. I'm working in Nomads, and that's about it. That's everything.
We talked about how you were my camera woman. How did we meet?
I believe we met in another hostel. I think we met by being introduced by the cheap-ass travel dude. I think that's when we first met.
The cheap-ass travel dude?
Yeah, in the hostel.
And for our viewers back home, who is the cheap-ass travel dude?
He's the guy that works behind the travel agent desk in the other hostel.
So, how did you end up becoming camera woman for me? How did this process happen?
I don't really know, actually. It just kind of happened, I think. Just we hung around and he needed some help and I helped. Pretty much.
Very cool. Thank you very much, by the way.
Hi.
So, how long have we been shooting together now?
That's a good question. Come on. Over a month, 2 months? A month? I don't know, I kind of lose track of time out here. Maybe 2 months.
And, if I understand correctly, this time is coming to an end, right? So, we've got how many days left now?
1.5.
And so, for those of us who maybe haven't traveled so much, since you're sort of ending a temporary hiatus on your own traveling, what do you have to say about travel, and especially to people who don't travel a lot?
I think that there's no better life experience in traveling. You learn a lot about yourself and about other people, different cultures, and yeah, it's something definitely worth doing.
Well, thank you very much, Rebecca. And thank you so much for helping me. So guys, this is Rebecca, best camera woman I've had. Easily the camera woman with the most longevity. Incredible human being. Thank you, Rebecca. But don't worry, when Rebecca and I parted ways, we made sure to go out with a bang. Alright, we would like to get, we're going to try it, the Colossal. Rebecca, what are we looking at here?
You're looking at the most ginormous dessert I have ever seen in my life. Colossal. It wasn't so disgusting, I cried.
We ate the whole thing. We should be ashamed of ourselves.
I'm not ashamed of myself. Yeah, I am. It's good. Really good. Some more?
We had enough ice cream for 3 birthday parties. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it home. So whatever happened with that video competition? Well, I'd love to tell you things went according to plan, but well, let's face it, there really was no plan, just a central belief that if you provide service to others, they'll be happy to provide value back, and that's exactly what happened. In 2 weeks, the media coordinator for Nomads gave me a call. He asked me if I'd like to shoot for the other properties. After a little bit of dealing, we came to the conclusion that yes, I would, and here's how it works. Basically, Nomads pays for all my food, my travel, and my accommodation. In return, I go to each property of theirs and shoot a promotional video for them in 14 days. That's pretty challenging, and I'm still not getting paid. But as long as I get everything for free and I get to travel all over Australia, I think that fits the parameters of this trip perfectly. More importantly, it means that the second leg of this journey is going to be altogether different from the first. I'm going to be producing 2 or 3 times as many videos as I used to, and I'm still going to have to do this video as well. In the meantime, I get a lot of free tours and other cool promotional stuff, so I'm really excited to see where things go from here. I think it's going to be awesome. In the meantime, we still need to catch up a little bit and talk about my friends visiting. So next week you can expect to see my buddies Jesse and John follow me to Cairns and see what happens in the first promotional video I make. So guys, it's starting all over from here, and it's going to be completely different. So wish me luck, and I'll see you next week. Peace.